Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So, what can I tell? Welcome to Atelier Yumia, a newer Japanese title. In this case, this is the demo version, but the final version will be released in 3 days. 3 days. So I do think this is kind of very similar to the final version of the game. So I'm trying to run this game at 1080p, the lowest settings possible, while using Intel XeSS in its quality mode. Why Intel XeSS, you might ask? It's because it's the only upscaling solution that we have in here. Now, what can I tell? This game starts in a very constrained map at the beginning, and it runs flawlessly above 60 frames per second. I needed to keep the textures on low because of VRAM, but it was playable despite it was horrible. Now we have this open world area, and it seems that it's more demanding to the VRAM than the constrained map was. Shocking. Not really. And what's really shocking is, despite we are having an experience above 30 frames per second in here, we have a lot of frame times issues. Although a little bit more forward into the video, not so much. As soon as you enter in a fighting moment, the game just drops to 20 frames per second and never gets back above of that. This is clearly a VRAM issue. So what's my take on this? My take is that Atelier Yumia is not playable on the 1650 Super or the 1650, mostly because of the 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Alright, the game specifies that the 1650 it's the minimum to play this game. Although my experience is not really that. I mean, without recording, it does perform, yes, better, but still, I don't think it's a minimum recommendation to give people. I think if you want to enjoy Atelier Yumia, I really think you need to upgrade, to be honest. And it doesn't matter if I reduce the upscaling to stupid values like ultra performance, it's not going to change. So my take on this is that the 1650 Super have been having issues with games for more than 1 year, but especially AAA titles. Then we start to see issues with AA titles, some indie titles that did use Unreal Engine 5, which shockingly, of course, not shockingly in fact, had issues. And now we have Japanese titles that weren't supposed to be very demanding and have their own engine. They also have issues. So what does this tell me? I think it does tell me that we really need to upgrade the 1650 Super, and there is no way around it. Around of it. I mean, it's a great card. I still have a huge backlog, which the 1650 Super does perform really well. But when it comes to newer games, as you can see, it starts to be a very big issue because AAA titles they don't run. AA titles start to have issues. Indie titles too, and now um, I'm not going to say budget Japanese games because definitely this game is not on budget, but it's best known Japanese games for the Western market. Despite Atelier series have been well known, still uh, it's not playable. All right, that's the thing that you should know, and I think it's really time to upgrade. The only issue that I see with this, it's really the fact that the GPU market, it's much more expensive than it was when people did got the 1650 Super. So, yeah, things are changing and not for the best in my opinion. And it is what it is. I think it's time to upgrade. So if you don't have the money to upgrade but you still want to upgrade, look to the used market. I think it's still better than trying to enjoy newer games with a GPU that it isn't really able to run. Guys, thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.